Self-Love series, a special podcast edition of Stylish Magazine. I'm Morena Plaza.
And I'm Za from Stylish Magazine.
So today, it's so special because we're reintroducing the Self-Love series. So I don't know if you know it, but we started as a Facebook Live event. And now we're transitioning it into a podcast because we want to feature very inspiring and interesting people in the
Yes.
country and maybe in the world.
Yes,
Who knows?
globally,
And
of course.
today is so special because we are joined by our favorite Morena.
Yes,
In the Philippine showbiz
I know.
industry, like, ikaw talaga yung pinaka-visible.
Very,
Our
very
favorite
much.
Morena in the showbiz industry, famous Best Actress awardee,
Wow.
musician, and now an entrepreneur, Lovi Poe.
Hi! Hi guys!
Welcome
Thank
to
you
our
so much
show.
for having me.
Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
This is our
Thank you.
first ever episode. So
Oh, and
thank
it's
you
my
for-
first ever podcast, I think.
We are very honored.
We're honored.
Yay, I'm so
Our
happy.
first guest. Yes.
So
Yay.
recently, you've become our cover girl
Yes.
for one of our special cover stories. So
Okay.
how does it feel like that you got to share your story with Stylish about your journey from being an actress,
Yes.
from now transitioning into an entrepreneur?
I think it's nice that I get to share something that I've been working on. You know, I've been an actress for, God, how many years already?
Yes.
And it's so nice to share something that's new, you know, and something that's, you know, ignites this fire in me. You know, it's like something different. And it's nice, I mean, hopefully I get to inspire people because, you know, people who I look up to now would talk about, you know, their businesses or be an actress at the same time. You know, I get inspiration from these people and hopefully I get to do the same for others.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
doing that already.
Thank
Trust
you.
me.
Thank you.
Because I know that, you know, being an actress it's a very creative endeavor.
Yes.
So how did you find your passion for being an actress? Can you share
Or
with
can
us
you
your
walk us
early
through? Yes,
story
the
as
early
an
days
actress?
of your story.
Okay, I'll be completely honest. Being an actress was my backup.
Oh,
Wow!
Very
Ang
good.
ganda. Okay.
So my first love talaga, I wanted to be a singer.
yes.
Yes, so I really didn't grow up watching movies. I was more watching music videos, listening to music. That's more me.
I
So
can
talagang
relate to
I have
that.
no clue about actors, like the industry
Who were
in
your
the
favorite
Philippines.
musicians growing up?
Oh my God. Okay. Regine Velasquez.
I am
a
Regine.
Regine.
We are all
I am a
fans.
major Regina.
Yeah.
And my gosh, sa international, God, parang bigla akong ano, of course there's Mariah. You know, growing up
Mariah
listening
Carey, yeah.
Patty Austin.
Ah, Patty Austin,
Yes,
yes.
these
Of course I
are
like
because
those.
I grew up. My mom would listen to all these beautiful music and beautiful songs, and then I remember, yeah, sila yung mga favorites ko talaga growing up.
So like 3-4 years old, you're singing na? Ganun yung story mo?
I was singing na. I mean, it's so funny. Like, kwento ko lang yung story ko when I was a kid. My mom brought me to this like birthday party. They asked another kid to sing. In my head, I was like sitting there. I was like, "Mom, please make me sing."
I love it!
In my head, I'm like,
Natural
"Mom, please."
star.
Sabi ko,
Yes.
"Mom, please make me sing." Sa utak ko. And then my mom, of course, pabida ang anak.
Stage mom.
Very proud of
Yes,
mom.
sabi niya, oh, si Lovi naman. Ganyan, sabi ko, wait lang, I'll get my -1.
Right pala. Hindi ka masyadong prepared.
Hindi ako
girl.
prepared.
So what did you sing?
So I went pa sa car, tapos inano ko pa, multiplex pa yata yun, or -1, whatever. And then when I did, I sang, I Just Don't Wanna Be Lonely by Regine. The
yeah,
retro
yeah.
album. Wow, alam na alam. Yes, and then I think I'm just making kwento because that was my turning point. I sang that, and then they were like screaming like more, ganyan.
Concert
I
night.
know, and then I was like, okay, if you want. I mean,
So how old were you?
I know, I mean, not that age, but then a bit
A bit
older
older
na.
na, oh,
But
yeah.
then it's just like the thing that I remember the most when you're talking about music is that
Yeah.
turning-
That's
You're
a
very
pivotal
comfortable
moment.
on stage.
pivotal
Yes.
moment for me because and then I was like, oh my god, and then I sang Bluer Than Blue, another song of Regine.
Concert now.
I know, and then so after that I was done, and then the waiters, the servers there, so sa restaurant asked for my autograph. I knew right then
Moment.
na okay, this is what I want to do. That's the moment that I felt that. So yun.
But sorry, I'm just very curious
Yeah.
because like growing up also, of course, your dad is an actor very
Yes,
much. We know
yes.
that. So
Mhm.
it's a new information for me that
Yeah.
you never really look into the acting part. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah, no.
So, but of course, when you were scouted, right?
Yeah, well, basically, I was on TV. I was doing this interview, and then my manager saw me on TV.
Yeah.
My late manager, and then for some reason, I was really gonna meet him at some point.
Yes.
And then everything just happened.
Came about.
Yeah. I started as a singer first.
Ah,
Wow. I
yeah,
have
yeah.
I had 2 albums first, and then eventually my first ever TV show was a musical, and yes, that was with GMA, and then eventually I did a teleserye na. Yeah.
But you were a Regal baby, right?
Yes.
She was a Regal baby. That's what I knew
Yes.
from. So I knew that the acting career started also from
Oh
the
yeah, they
Regal
were
days.
like one of sila yata yung unang talagang who gave me
The acting break.
my acting break. Yeah.
So, talaga you found your passion in acting na.
Yeah,
Parang you
and-
got comfortable.
Yeah, suddenly it felt therapeutic for me because certain emotions that I don't get to experience in real life or don't get to release, I get to do.
Yes,
When I'm on
different
set.
roles.
Yeah, so I remember I never used to get angry. Hindi ako marunong magalit and all. When I did my workshops, I always failed that because I didn't know how to raise my voice.
Oh.
Yes, until
Until.
that one scene, my first teleserye was Bakekang. And that was the first time that I ever got angry in my whole life. Parang nag-open yung gate na yun, and then I was just like, I had no clue that
She can be like
I'm like
that.
capable
Yeah.
of
That's
this
pala emotions
emotion.
mo.
Yes.
So, and
Very
then after
nice.
that, okay. So it was a breakthrough moment for me. Yeah.
And then wow, she's applauded for being an
Yes.
actress. You
Thank
won a
you.
FAMAS award.
Yeah,
Thank
with
you.
Sagrada
You were-
Familia.
Yes.
Can you
Thank
talk
you.
about that movie? How was the experience for you?
Oh my god, that was a difficult one because I was so young and but it was with Direct Joel Amangan. So
Yes.
of course like I honestly so blessed that I've worked with him the beginning of my career because I think he would be the best person to train someone as an actor. It was a very heavy concept in movie. But then, I mean, I was so young, but I enjoyed it, especially the result.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Oo.
Yeah.
So, how is it for you that you balance being a musician
Yes.
and,
And
an
then an
actress?
actress.
Because
Yes.
we know that you're also a songwriter and
Yes,
also write
yes,
songs.
yes.
So how would you compare the creative process
Mhm,
for
mhm.
each role? For example, as an
Uh-huh.
actress, paano preparation for a
Yes.
Or the
role?
creative
Yes.
process na.
Beforehand, inaalam ko na what my scenes are for the day. And so if I know it's gonna be a very emotional day, papunta pa lang ako ng set, I'm already listening to music to set the mood and to like basically manipulate my feelings, make me feel whatever it is that I think my character is feeling that day. So I'm very like that. Papunta pa lang malungkot na ako. Yung ready na
Hirap
ako.
pala mag-artista.
Parang pagdating doon, pagdating sa set, hindi na matagal yung paghugot
Yeah.
and all. But then, for example, happy ako, I'm like, oh, then I'm like, I'm a bit more relaxed. I'm a bit more relaxed. But with music, I think it's very different in such a way because it's like, sometimes it's random moments wherein you can write something. Like it's something that just pops in your head. Yung hindi ka naman, no one's dictating you to write anything. Sometimes, but then
You got hit by
bigla na lang
inspiration.
may inspiration.
Yeah,
You're
inspiration.
suddenly like writing something like on my phone. Like my notes are like filled with a lot of dramatic moments.
How does it feel like to be that vulnerable? Kasi di ba when you're writing songs, it's
Yeah.
really you. You're not playing
Uh-huh.
a role.
Yes, yes.
Parang how does
And
how
it's
does it
very
really be
creative.
vulnerable
It's
and
a very creative
creative?
process.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a form of, like, I mean, self-expression, and, you know, it's also a way of, it's when you put words out there, it gives it this, I don't know, confirmation, or, like, it calls out to the world. It could be, you know, depends on what the song is about. It is hard being vulnerable because, you know,
Yeah, especially if it's a heartbreak.
yes.
So have you written about the heartbreak?
Yeah, I wrote a song years ago when talking about heartbreak. Because, oh my God, the first song I ever wrote, nakakaya. Tito Ogie pa was the one who made the melody of.
Oh, yeah. Arranged it. Yeah.
Arranged it, and I was 16. What do I know about love?
Okay, so
Wow.
what are the lyrics?
For
What are the
you to
lyrics?
be, for Ogie to
Yeah.
realize that, oh, it's a
I
great
know,
song. The lyrics
I know,
are very on
but
point.
we have the same manager, so thanks Tito Ogie.
True.
You know, but he was just so.
What are
but
the lyrics? Oh,
It's embarrassing. I mean, it's embarrassing.
not
bec-
embarrassing.
But
I-
maybe
okay,
it's, you know, coming of
Konti lang,
age,
konti.
love. Coming of age.
Ano yung song?
Or basically,
daw
the lyrics is sinasabi, nakakaya. Sinasabi niya paulit-ulit, nakakaya, I was 16, feel the
really
feel.
short, bro.
Sinasabi, parang paulit-ulit na lang tayo. It's basically a song about paulit-ulit na lang that they're always in a rocky relationship.
Ah,
This
wow.
person isn't.
It's still very relatable until
Oh,
So
yes.
deep for a 16 years old.
I know, at feel na
Yeah.
feel with my first boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes a lot of bravery and courage to share that. Because like
Yes.
for example me, I love writing, but I'm not always gonna write
But
about
you know,
my
it's
yes.
different when
I'm
it's
gonna
music.
die.
It's different when it's music.
Oo.
Kasi the more you pour out your
Yeah.
true feelings,
Yes.
the more it will resonate to your audience.
I mean,
Uh-huh,
I used
yeah.
to have a blog. I kind of share there my heartbreaks.
Yes.
Tapos yung relationship ko, by that, noong time na yun, diba, tapos na yung relationship,
Yes.
may new boyfriend or fiancé na ako.
Yeah.
Inaway niya ako because of the blog. Kasi
Ah,
parang,
yes.
why are you not writing about me? So
Ah.
sabi ko, nako, from now on, I'm not gonna write about my heartbreak na.
Yes.
Kasi parang
Yeah.
kino-compare, so dinlit ko yung blog. And then,
Yes.
after that, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's
Yeah.
kind of like traumatic for me. I've never shared
Yes.
my feelings na.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I
Yes.
admire you, because when you're vulnerable in your music like that,
Yes.
it takes a lot. Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
it takes a
I
lot.
can't.
No, but especially yung
Yeah.
it's a blog, no. It's a blog.
Oo.
I remember back in the day, people would blog. You know,
Oo.
those were like
Oo.
I enjoyed reading that.
Those-
Yung mga those
See,
things,
it's
like-
still, because any
Yeah.
form that you're actually talking about your
This
true
was
feelings.
Yeah.
2004
Everybody can
to
relate to
2009 yung blog ko. So, ang daming... Actually,
Yes.
nanginayang ako dun kasi even my first byline for a magazine in 2006, I got to journal there. Na parang, oh my God, it's
Oh
my
my
first
God.
byline. And it was a long dream of mine to have a byline for Manila Bulletin. I got to share there.
yeah.
Pero dahil nagselos yung fiancé ko, wala
Oo,
na.
oo.
Pati yun na wala. So, I regret that.
Yes.
But I guess that's something that I admire because
Yes.
songs are forever. Music is
Yes.
forever.
I mean, I coming also from the music industry before.
Oh, yeah, she
your
used to-
music like leveled up at
Thank
so
you
many
so
levels. So it was like we were
much.
like really waiting for
Thank
the
you.
another single,
Yes,
another,
yes.
right? So
Kasi I think with you kasi you can do ballad and then you can do R&B. Like, you know, there's a
Yes.
lot of possibilities.
the range,
Okay.
you
For
have the
you.
range. I mean,
Thank
she's
you. We have the
singing
range.
Regine Velasquez.
Wow.
Regine Velasquez
shower
and then
lang.
R&B.
I mean, when you sing ballad songs kasi you can really feel the
Yes.
emotions.
Yes.
I guess that's the actress in her.
Di lang ikaw, di lang ikaw ang napabahala. Ulong ng isip, huwag kang pakawalan, ngunit puso ko ay kailangan kang iwan. It's only right that you should play the way you feel it, but listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness.
Speaking of music,
Yeah.
so I saw your Candy
Yeah.
music
Yeah,
video.
video. We love
Yeah,
it.
shot in LA. So
Yes.
I know that the producer of that used to work with Beyonce.
Yes,
so they
his name
had
is
this hit
Omen,
song with
yes.
Drake, di ba, Mine?
Yes,
I
yes.
love that song, Mine by Beyonce and Drake. So
I love that,
And then
yes.
this producer worked with
I
you
know, yes.
Yes.
on
He's
this song,
amazing.
Candy.
Freestyling like a joyride, stretched out like a limousine, body popping like a trampoline. No chauffeur getting my sprinter. I just wanna hit it like groupies. In the mirror, I consider shooting this thing like a movie.
Oh, it was great. I mean, I remember when I was in the studio, I just felt so shy, and I felt like, oh my God, am I deserving like being
Of
here in
course
this
you
room?
are.
You know what I mean? But
I
then,
mean, how did you? I mean, you guys
Yes.
How,
meet and
yeah. How did
come
you
up
meet?
with that?
Well,
How did you
this-
connect it? Yeah.
this friend of mine, I call her Tita Mariti, and she basically, we got really close, and then she said that she loves the way I sing, and you know, and then basically she helped produce all these music, and then you know, she's been very wonderful and introduced me to Omen, and then that's how it all started. I basically met her in LA, and yeah, she's amazing, and especially Omen then when we were recording, because you know, syempre, you know, working with someone like him,
Yeah.
it's almost like, oh my God, nakakahiya. Alam mo yun, yung parang ganun.
nahihiya?
Yeah, I know, I'm so shy. Kasi nga,
Like, I'm so curious because you're gorgeous, you're
Yeah.
sexy, you're talented. So
Oo.
why?
I
Where
think
is it coming from?
I'm really naturally like
Shy.
shy as a
Oh.
person. I may not look it, and I may, you know, but I really am. So when I'm like quiet, you know, I'm like, I'm super mahiyain.
During
Cover
our shoot, it was
story,
obvious
yes.
that you're pretty like reserved and shy.
Yes.
I got to see
Until
that.
a certain point.
And then if there's a
Yeah.
camera na on you, like,
Ah,
naka-ano ka, you transform.
Yes, transform.
So, wow, ang galing lang. So, like for me, as a part of the audience, it's so exciting to know that, you know, you write songs. And I
Yes.
want to see more of that.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Actually, I did write a song for our movie that was just released. I'll probably release it soon then. So,
oh, yay.
yeah.
Which movie? The
Guilty Pleasure.
Guilty Pleasure.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
That one was like
Yeah.
really well applauded by the
Yes,
critics.
I
So
know.
how was the creative process for you for that, movie?
Oh my God. That was for me. First of all, it was difficult because I was playing a lawyer. So there's a lot of memorization, and there's a lot of like certain aspects na parang feeling mo, you have to give justice to, you know,
Yes.
when you play these kinds of characters. And also it's a very sensitive topic na kailangan talaga that whilst we were filming, that everything was well thought of and handled with care, because you know that we basically did this kind of movie to like show support to all people
Who's
gone-
going through that.
yeah, who've gone through that.
Oh.
Yeah.
This kind of situation.
Yeah.
Speaking of creative process then in the film industry, now you're a
Yes.
producer.
Yes.
With your very own
Yes.
film production house.
Yes.
Lovi Productions.
Production
Yes.
with
With your
the-
Go
hobby.
on. Go for it.
with a husband.
Montgomery Blanco.
Blanco.
Yeah.
Blanco.
Yes.
How did
Yeah.
you discover your path to being a,
A
film
film producer,
production
yeah, or-
Yes.
a house owner or
Yes.
something? Yeah.
Well, I've always loved the creative process of things. I mean, I came up with the concept of seasons. On
Correct.
Netflix.
Oh my God, I
Yes,
love
yes.
seasons.
Bangs? Kurt? Pwede ka ba magkwento? Yung... What happened?
Kay Jane ba?
Gusto ko lang malaman kasi... Biglang all of a sudden... Kayo na.
Sorry, hindi na ako nakapagkwento sa'yo ever. So yun nga. Video calls. Tapos nauwi sa second date. Third. Fourth.
Wow. Ang dami na pala.
Pero yun nga. I fell in love with Jane.
Paano namang in love? Sure ka na ba?
Yes.
Paano?
Si Jane, yung unexpected journey ko na thanks to you nangyari.
You're welcome.
You're a
Yes.
credited screenwriter.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Congrats!
for the concept
It's a
of it.
Netflix
Thank
film.
you.
It's a really good
Yes.
movie.
No, I'm very happy. I'm very happy that Regal gave me that opportunity, and it was written by Direct Dwayne. And when I did that, I mean, to be honest, I have so many ideas of stories. I have so many storylines, and this was the first one that I ever like. Did like first time that I pulled the trigger and did something.
Nice.
And I was like, pwede pala, and then suddenly it's on Netflix.
Yes.
And then so Monty, who is also in the industry, and he is a scientist, but he is a producer as well. So he was like, you know what? I think you should continue doing this because I can see how passionate you are when it comes to coming up with concepts and stories and writing, and he's there to fully support me. And the thing is, he's the producer.
Oh.
And he basically influenced me and like was and is until now teaching me on how to do things. And so, I mean, how amazing is he that we're partners and he named the production company after me, which is Lovi Productions.
Oh, you're a
Yeah.
married couple
Yeah.
now. And we're talking about you as an entrepreneur
Yes.
and
Yeah.
an actress. So, what is the power dynamics like for a
Yes.
married couple to be also business partners?
Oh gosh, it's hard to separate sometimes, like the
I
business
can,
side.
I
and
can just imagine.
you have these conversations like
I thought she was saying it's hard to separate them. Like literally separate them.
that too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's hard to separate the conversations minsan ang business and then you know
Your
when it's us
relationship.
and our relationship. But I guess that's just how it is, right? I mean, we are growing together in both aspects.
Can you share with us how did you become the Lovi version that he has now before
oh
that?
my God.
Because I know that, I mean, there's a reason you're our favorite Morena because you've always been open with your
Yes.
journey as a
Yes.
Morena.
Yes.
So can you walk us through your childhood in showbiz
Yes.
and how did you overcome those struggles before you became this lady that we have here?
I mean, I still am a work in progress. We are, and that's. I mean, we should always like, try our best to be the best version of ourselves. You know, who we were when we were like 15 is a completely different person.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And even in our 20s, you know, there are so many phases in life that you have to go through in order to become who you are now. My mom's a very good mom. Basically, she did not feel like I am anything less. But then, of course, everything around you, everyone's gonna have their own opinion, their standard of beauty, their standard of what type of person you should be. And so all these voices sometimes could get to you. And so when I started the industry, like, I was told that I'll never make it because I'm Morena, I'm too dark skinned.
It's so
I'll never
harsh,
make it because
no?
I've
They tell that
I'm
to your
flat-chested,
face.
you know?
They used to tell that to your
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then
I can't.
and then I'm big, you know what I mean? And so
Were you?
Were you ever big?
Oh my God, are you
You were never big. Ano ba? Kailan yun?
Oh my
Trust
God! I never recall that you.
you
were
can
big.
you can trust
Google,
me, it's
Google,
there.
Google,
it's
guys,
there.
Google,
Really?
No, but then it's just
Okay.
like it's just a lot. So
Oh.
parang and these things, especially growing up as a teenager, parang ang dami mong oh my God, like really? Like my dream is to be a singer or an actress and then I can't be those things because of how
They're
I look
limiting you,
physic-
basically.
Yeah.
Yes. But then you know what?
Or they're
Eventually,
shutting you
like, I'm just grateful that I was led to the right path, the right people.
How did you quiet those voices in your head?
Yeah.
You're not good enough. You're Morena.
Yes,
you're
yes.
this. You're that. You're not
Yeah.
beautiful enough.
It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
But then, at some point, you just have to enjoy yourself. Enjoy what you're
True.
doing. Nung mga panahon na yan, I was just thinking, you know what? I don't care. I remember having, parang, because I didn't want to do all these like whitening stuff. I was like young and probably stubborn.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, okay, I may not be appreciated now. It's like, but I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'll just work really hard and just like have fun. And
That's
it never
why-
just really bothered me anymore.
Oh. So I guess that's the light that was shining in you because we will never know eh.
Yeah.
When we were watching you when we were younger,
Yeah.
for me I look at you so confident as a Morena.
She's
I
very,
never
very-
thought that you
yeah.
had those struggles. So
Yes.
when I would see you on TV, it's like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty and she's so
Thank
confident
you.
and sexy. Therefore, uso na kami. Parang
And then
uso
also,
tayo.
not only that, she's really an epitome of, having a self-secured or self-love talaga within yourself.
Like for me kasi, my experience as a Morena, parang I
She's the
didn't
beautiful
have,
Morena.
I didn't have, thank you.
Yeah.
But I didn't have yung super sad stories kasi. Because my mom kasi, the approach was different. As a 4-year-old girl, she made me listen to Whitney Houston.
Oh.
So I really, really love Whitney Houston. So for me, my standard of beauty is Whitney Houston.
Oh, that's
Because I saw Whitney Houston as my
Yes.
first ever beauty icon for
Yes.
myself.
Oo.
My classmates in elementary, I feel they were never bad. Like they were nice to me. But of
Yes.
course, they're also kids.
Yes.
They would tell you things that as it is. And with my dark skin, they would call me negra, ganun.
Yeah.
Alam mo, I didn't get offended.
Yes,
Kinikilig
I
pa nga ako.
Ah,
Kasi parang,
that's nice.
negra. Ibig sabihin,
Yes, maganda ako, ganyan.
I can look like Whitney Houston.
Oh, that's
Ganon,
so
ganon yung
nice.
mindset ko. And then, nag-progress siya into, I became a fan of TLC. So, I love Left Eye. So, pag
yes.
sinasabi ng negra, oh my God, negra.
Negra.
Ibig sabihin,
Yes,
pwede akong
yes, yes.
R&B singer,
Yes.
pwede akong
Yes. Yes.
black beauty, ganon. So, iba yung struggle ko. So, and then, I would hear stories of other Morenas na sila naman may sobrang struggle, yung
Yes.
ganon.
Yeah.
So, iba-iba kasi tayo
Iba-iba,
as
yeah.
women, no?
Yeah.
So, ako, I guess, nag-start sa akin na, actually, later on na lang in my life yung struggle yung sa weight. Kasi I've always been skinny. So, when I entered my 30s, doon ako nag-gain ng weight. So, hindi ako comfortable because, I used to be, as I shared
Super
earlier,
skinny.
I used to be a backup dancer for a TV show. So, sobrang skinny. And all my life, I'm skinny. So, I don't know how to dress up myself. Because in my head, I'm still skinny. Alam mo yun? Seriously, like, pag may nakikita akong damit, like, I can still wear this because in my head, I'm skinny. And then when I get to wear, ay, hindi pala, mataba na pala talaga ako. So, doon ako nagkaroon ng struggle, pero super late na in my life.
Okay.
But now, I got to overcome na that. Kasi parang for me, I guess that's the best thing about social media. Everybody gets to share their lives.
Yes.
So,
Nowadays,
lahat,
yes, we're very
oo.
inclusive.
Parang
Yeah.
diverse na yung beauty, diverse
Yes,
na
of
yung
course.
everything, the body and all that. So, yun yung my own story of finding
Yes.
my comfortability in my own skin and body.
Right.
Siya naman, Morena din siya eh. So,
Morena,
how was
but
it for
I'm
you?
Super different. Like, because we're partners, right? We have a different story talaga. Because I grew up super, I don't know, humbling experience because I grew up like, I'm the black swan kasi. I know for myself na hindi ako maganda. I'm always the girl na, yes, I'm always the girl na they would say like, I'm the matalino one, I'm the kind one, ganyan. But I've never been the beautiful one. Dito na lang. Like, I bloomed.
Aww.
But I never, when it comes to being Morena, because I grew up in the province.
Yes.
And we had this beach property. I grew up in the coastline. So, I really don't mind telling
Yes.
Ay,
people
kinukwento niya sa
telling me
akin.
like I'm Morena. It's because like I grew up in the beach. So
Yes.
I have to,
Lahat sila,
diba?
Morena. Parang
And
ganon.
everybody else like, oh my God, I know that during the high school days, a lot of even my white, sorry, not to be, stereotype, pero even my white classmates, they would still do the skincare and all that stuff
Yes.
just to be white.
Yeah.
But me, I know, I never
Yes.
done
Ako
that.
din, I
Yes.
never.
And you know
Yes,
what?
yes.
Sorry, just to
Go ahead.
mention this one also. Looking at you also on the television,
Oh.
the
Totoo.
actresses that represented us,
Totoo.
like, like you,
Yeah.
the other actresses like Nadine also,
Oo.
like, they're
Yes.
very proud of being
You
a Morena
and Nikki
also.
Hill for me.
Yes,
When I
Nikki
was-
Hill, when we were
Oo,
growing up,
growing
yes,
up.
Nikki Hill.
Tsaka nung bata ako, lagi
Yeah.
akong tinatawag kasi kumukha ng payat ako, kamukha
Even-
ko siya.
Even
Tinatawag
the
ko,
little
Nikki Hill,
Katrin,
Nikki Hill.
because Katrin
Oo.
was very
Pero
Morena
Katrin
din.
kasi mas bata na sa akin.
Yes,
So
younger.
sa akin, parang yun nga actually,
Yes.
no, I was starting as a journalist na, as a lifestyle journalist.
Yeah.
I get to interview people, right?
Yes.
So, I heard the story of Nikki Hill as well. And when I was skinny kasi, yun nga, people would tell me, oh, you're Nikki Hill. They would sing to me yung
Yeah,
commercial niya
yeah.
sana, yung Coca-Cola, kinakanta nila sa akin. So, nung na-meet ko siya, ito pala, ganito pala, kamukha ko pala siya. Ito pala yung sinasabi nila. So, she got to share her story as well, being a Morena.
Yes.
Tapos parang yun, parang sabi niya, hindi rin siya aware na, hindi pala masyadong maganda tingnan yung Morena for showbiz.
Yes.
Nalaman na lang yun nung tinabi siya kay Ann Curtis.
Yeah.
Kasi parang, Morena pala ako considered, hindi ko alam. So yung mga ganun, doon ko pala nadidiscover na, iba-iba pala talaga yung Morena stories ng Filipino women.
Yes.
I find it really, really interesting, especially now, because one of the shades of your, let's talk about,
Yes.
beauty.
Yes.
Beauty endeavor with
Yes.
Ready, Set, Glow. I know that one of the shades of your lipsticks or
Yes.
lip gloss.
Lippies, yeah.
Lippies.
Yes, my lippies.
It's called Morena. It's
Yes.
so empowering. So can
Yes.
you talk more about that?
Well, when we were coming up with the names talaga, and when I saw that one, I was like, instant, Morena talaga. Kasi iba yung impact na yun, ng word na yun sa akin. It's a very positive thing for me. Because it's like, what seems to be something that people would deem as negative in the past is completely different now.
Yeah.
Correct. It's
True.
not negative anymore.
Yes.
And then she's one of those.
And I
first
love
few
that. It's
women.
Morena.
Yeah,
Yes,
It's a
Morena.
combination of Reina as
Yes,
queen.
Morena.
And then
Yes.
it's so brilliant. Like
Yeah.
you guys came up with that, right?
Yes, the whole team.
Ready,
the
Set,
whole team.
Glow, and you.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
So,
And let me
yeah.
just say, the Love You collection by Ready, Set, Glow is so you.
Ay,
Like the
yes.
body shimmers,
The
Lovi
body
Poe,
I love.
the everything. Like we can
Yes.
tell right off the bat the products are. It's
Oh,
really talaga, Lovi Poe.
It was a great collaboration with the whole team kasi talagang everyone was just, we wanted to perfect it in a certain way that everyone gets to use it. We
Yes.
don't have like, a target market that, it's for everyone.
It's general, but it's very.
Yes.
They have a specific message
Yes,
also,
yes.
but it's definitely her, right?
Yes.
It's something that's very relatable.
Yes. And
I
also,
love the contour and highlighter there.
I
I love everything.
love
yeah.
everything.
I love the storytelling, by the way.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys.
Oh,
thank
like
you,
the
thank
campaign
you.
is like
Yes.
flawless with the
Flawless.
storytelling.
Thank
I love
you,
it. Like
thank
you've
you.
covered all of these influencers and models
yes.
that have these different
Yes.
versions of
Challenges.
beauty,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And it's so inspiring.
I wanna save you all for later, just like candy. I wanna savor all your flavor, just like candy. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, like candy. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, like candy. I'll be cooling all poolside.